This episode of Vic's Basement is brought to you by EB Games. Support us by buying your video games at EB Games. Welcome to my basement, everybody!
Hello, Victor Lucas!
Hello!
Hi, everybody!
It's a great Friday. Nintendo sent us Amiibos.
Our Amiibo Friday!
Can we make that? Can they be Amiibo Friday?
Yeah, let's make that a thing. Amiibo Friday.
Like to have Amiibo Fridays. Nintendo, if you're watching.
You just want Toy Fridays.
I really want toys sent to us. How do we
all
do
the
that?
Time. Okay, that's just us being super spoiled. It's
yes.
fine. We are happy with what we have, of course, but we always want more.
With what
okay.
Please send toys.
There's no more room on the shelves here,
no,
Victor Lucas. You know this.
I know.
Take this off. First of all, I need to talk to you about something.
Okay.
You didn't
Did
say
I do
anything.
Something bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't notice my Blue Jays jersey.
I did.
Okay, fine.
You're rocking it.
Well, you know,
Hello, Toronto fans.
Spring training has begun.
Okay.
The Blue Jays are looking spicy, and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah. What does explain spicy? Why?
Well, okay. There's a new player on the team who is a top prospect.
Is it Big D Wolf?
Mr. Norris.
Okay, all right.
And, well, he could be because before he came to spring training, had this massive beard. He's a 21-year-old dude with, like, this huge, like, mountain man beard.
Okay.
Just the fact that he can grow it is, you know, amazing to me.
Is this the dude that
lives in his van?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw an article on this guy.
Yeah.
He's the real deal,
He's
right?
The real
he
deal.
just likes to travel through North America.
He's a minimalist, yeah.
I think that's wonderful.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, he's totally cool. What a absolute.
I'm excited about
although
him.
I could never be him because Toy Fridays Amiibo.
Speaking of minimalists,
I know.
toys.
Yeah, he probably doesn't have an Amiibo collection, but he's a good player too.
Well, he's yet to be proven, but he was the Blue Jays' top prospect.
You just like his beard.
Well, it's not there anymore, but I know he can grow it, and that's wonderful.
Okay. You're a beard lady.
I'm kind of a beard perv, actually, a little bit.
Really? Okay.
As I'm getting older, I'm realizing that I am actually a little pervy. I always blame you guys for being pervs, but I'm also pervy when it comes to certain things about guys.
How am I a perv? I don't.
Well, okay, you're the
perv over beards.
So you're not. I mean, I've met a lot of men in my life. You're probably the least pervy man I've ever met.
Good. Okay.
That's a compliment.
All right. Okay.
But most men. We're all kind of pervs, right?
We think about sex.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, we're supposed to, right?
I don't know if Peach does. Look how dainty she is.
She is. So you got Peach, the princess.
The Princess Peach.
Are they symbolic? Is there any kind of connection or symbolism with the amiibos that we were gifted? Because I'm Yoshi. Am I Yoshi? Is that what Nintendo is suggesting?
Did Scott get DK?
Scott got nothing.
Okay.
Scott and his very vocal sort of disinterest in Amiibo. Nintendo went, yeah, we don't need to send the big guy. Although he would get Donkey Kong if he got one.
He is our DK.
I think I gave him a Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I did,
well, he's got that DK look. I don't know how else to describe Scott.
Especially when he drives a car. Because he always looks like he's in a Mario Kart. Doesn't matter how big the car is.
Oh, because he's not like cool about it. He's like.
Well, he's also big.
Yeah, he's
Any
a
of
big
these
guy.
big guys. It looks like he's going to pop his head out of the sunroof and just drive it like a Mario Kart.
It's true. They are very big and bulky and kind of clunky behind the wheel in Mario Kart. Speaking of, you had a Mario Kart tournament recently.
My God.
We didn't even talk about that on Vic's Basement.
No, thank God.
I'm
was
sorry.
That last week?
We don't want to talk about
when
it.
Was
it was
that?
2 weeks ago.
What's happening? All of these weeks are blurring together so fast.
Well, we don't need to talk about it if you don't want.
I was completely embarrassed.
Okay,
I was completely, thoroughly thrashed and trashed. I mean, there were some ringers in there who had obviously been practicing, who grew up with this thing, never stopped playing it.
Yeah.
I liked it when I played it, but I really had a hard time playing it again.
Well, it wasn't your game and it wasn't your Mario Kart.
No. So I played it, and Greg Miller too was the guy that I was playing with. It ultimately ended up that he and I were the two worst of the Mario Kart.
I know.
drivers.
How did that work out?
Well, it's because we prefer the new. I'll tell you why that was.
Yeah.
Because maybe some of you watched the stream where I was completely humiliated. But the reason why Greg and I were the worst is because we've been playing everything for a long time, right? I mean, we get all the games and then we move on to the next game. That's what the job is. We play all the new stuff. We stay on top of it. I don't go back and hook up my N64 often. and play Mario Kart, and I should have.
So you're like a jack of all games, but a master of none.
Yeah, and I used to be pretty good at that game, but that was a long time ago. It's my least favorite Mario Kart. I've said it before. I think it's really sloppy coding. It was Nintendo's first foray into 3D polygon Mario Kart, and it was sloppy and weird. And I mean, there was this one section both Greg and I were getting totally hammered on. I think it's in the DK Jungle level, and we were trying to get on this ramp, and I went off to the side. And I went, no, turn, and it takes so long to back up, and so I backed up and I went on the other side, and everybody's whipping by. I got lapped twice. And then Greg did the thing.
That was a great moment. But and then Brutal. I thought that you were going to. Then I thought that you were going to pass Greg because he did the same thing. He ran into the wall too.
But no.
Like it was. But it was a good
fun.
time.
It was fun.
I don't know if you saw this, but somebody caught me on tape at the event.
Were you hiding your head in shame?
No,
saying, I don't know?
It was before you guys started playing, and I didn't realize the camera was on me.
Okay.
I thought the camera was behind me, which it was, but I didn't realize there was a second one in front of the tray of cupcakes.
Oh no! Is there shots of that?
No, but it was me. So it's me doing my. Okay, because I'm a little weirdo, and before I eat any dessert, I kind of talk to myself first, like, should I have it? Maybe I shouldn't have it.
No way.
I don't know. So it's like me talking to myself about the dessert, and then going for it. And when I go for it, I like reach over the whole tray to get the DK one because I want that one. So it's just so funny to see, and I responded to the tweet because somebody found it.
Shut up. And they posted a clip of it or a No way. They posted just that clip? Somebody please create the inner monologue of Marissa deciding whether she's going to eat and repost that, please. We will RT the hell out of that. Please do that.
You wouldn't know that I was talking to myself until I just told you right now because it looks like I'm talking to someone. Like it looks like I'm actually
please. I have to see this and please somebody. Oh my God, that's incredible.
Anyway, it's kind of embarrassing, but
That's awesome.
I'm happy. I love when people are caught on tape. It was a very candid moment, and the fact that it was me. The only thing it's missing is me actually eating it in front of the camera. That would have made it even better. But
that's great.
That actually happened to me at the event, so we were both embarrassed.
Yeah, embarrassed. Thanks, Cooper and Danny, for putting on this thing that put us in the spotlight and embarrassed the hell out of us. No, but it was for BC Children's Hospital, and it was a good time and a good cause. And I know there's more in the works, and I love those guys. They're really cool and ambitious and funny, and did a good job hosting the stream and doing all the commentating. And we want to be involved in more of that stuff, and I think we will. For sure. But there's been a ton going on. We've already shipped 2 weeks of episodes.
For EP Daily.
Yep. Our new team, our smaller team, but I think the shows have been very cool and very fun, and we've been getting a lot of feedback from everybody about the format with half reviews and half EP type content. Yeah. A lot of people missing the rundown.
Yes.
We're happy to announce that starting Monday,
it's gonna be back.
The rundown is back.
It's back.
Yes, and the reason why it's been missing is because we've been sitting on quite a bit of content that we've been shooting from the back end of 2014 and early 2015. So we wanted to start just run a lot of those segments and get all of that stuff as we got back to speed because there's fewer of us right now. You know.
So it's a new format for the rundown.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be 3 smaller stories.
Yep.
And then we're going to have a quick discussion about the stories and what we personally think about them right after. So there'll be some dialogue. Yeah,
and I think that's what we're seeing with this year with EP because we don't have 2 daily half-hour shows and the size of team and the full amount of output that we had, last year and the previous year.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, we're still sort of building back up. There's more focus on everything that we're doing. So we're not just going to be as much of a sprawl across all kinds of content like we have been able to do, but I think that should make for some tighter half hours and some more fun half hours.
These are the best episodes of EP Daily I've ever seen. And
really?
I'm not just saying that because I'm on it. But no, I've been watching EP Daily for a long time, but there have been some segments where it's just like I'm really not into them or like you tune them out.
Well, yeah, and I think that's the thing when you're doing a daily news magazine is that you open your sort of focus a little broader and wider, and there's a lot of time to fill.
Yeah.
And when we we lost half of our ability to create half of the amount of content. So now we've got to focus and make tighter stuff and make better choices.
But I love that half the show, even more than half the show sometimes is reviews.
Yeah.
Those are so valuable.
Yeah.
And I love that they're a huge part of the show now. So, and I love that we can tie in a story about the thing that we're reviewing right before the review or just earlier in the episode. That's so great.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's some new things that we're cooking, and some faces that we're missing that we're still talking about and talking to, and new things to reveal as we keep progressing through the year. I mean, we've just gotten started. I mean, we've had a bit of a reset reboot with EP, but we're just getting started with the new year, and we're excited about all the things that we have cooking. But I wanted to just open my Yoshi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go.
We're doing an Amiibo unboxing right now. Victor Lucas.
There it is. Because I open all of these. I don't know if people don't, but I think it's crazy. It's the new sculpt too. It's the super. I have the first Yoshi.
This is a different Yoshi.
And that's a different Peach.
And that's the different Peach.
Yeah, these are for the Super Mario series. So these are brand new. These are just coming to market right now. And I like this little Yoshi. He looks like a cookie. Doesn't he? He looks like a marzipan.
Don't get me. He does look like marzipan.
It's like a marzipan Yoshi.
Oh,
so if anybody it can bake marzipan, there's an idea for you right there.
I actually have never made marzipan, but I do. I'm interested.
Right.
It's the next avenue I'll be going down.
I sense some marzipan collection will be coming into the office soon.
Oh yes, very soon. Oh, she's so cute and dainty. She's very dainty. She's got something to say and people to meet.
You know what my daughter does when she comes down and hangs out in the basement and plays games or watches me play games? What? She grabs the Peach in one hand and she grabs the Zelda in the other hand.
Oh.
And she just sits there with the two princesses in her hands watching Zelda. And she just
power.
It's so funny, man. It's amazing. Cute. And we haven't really been trying to guide her to the princess world at all.
No, of course not.
It just permeates. And it gets to the little girls. They love all of that stuff, which is cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Especially as the females are becoming cooler. Like Supergirl. She looks like she might be pretty cool.
Segue.
Yeah. Segue.
Segue alert. Woo. Yeah, we just posted the Supergirl the image. What's her name, Blake? What's the actor's name?
She was on Whiplash.
She's in the Whiplash film?
She's in Whiplash.
Oh, okay, cool.
And she was on Glee for a long time.
They're getting all their superheroes from Glee now.
Yeah.
Supergirl's name is Melissa.
Oh yeah, Melissa
Benowitz. But the big deal about the Supergirl, there's a couple cool things that I'm excited about. First of all, we have a female superhero weekly television show coming to CBS, which is nuts. I just think if there has ever been a way to affirm that, geek interests and sort of the geek lifestyle is becoming massively adopted and mainstream. It is. It already has. But now we're on the old school network of CBS. We've got a brand new super heroine coming with roots and ties to classic DC movie and television show mythology. Helen Slater who played the original Supergirl in the movies. She's in the show. And Dean Cain.
That doesn't mean it's going to be good.
No, none of it does. Dean Cain, who was in Lois and Clark, is in the show, and Superman is
my generation.
And Superman, I think, is being cast for the show as well. They're going to have a television Superman, and all of this stuff is apparently, and I don't know if this is fully confirmed yet, I think is existing in the same universe as Arrow, Flash, and now the new spin-off show, with Atom and Firestorm and the other superheroes that are going to be in a brand new show.
That's a lot of information to juggle and write around.
I know. It's awesome, though.
If they could make it work with no plot holes, I mean, that would be really cool.
Marvel's making it work. Yeah. I mean, Daredevil's coming soon, and I can't wait to start talking about that. But,
Daredevil, can we say that we're going to
No, I don't think we can.
Why?
Can we say anything? I don't think we can say anything.
We're gonna...
Just keep your eyes peeled on EPN.TV. But Daredevil and all of the Netflix Marvel shows are... they're going to be tied right into the whole Marvel universe. So they're in the same universe as Agent Carter and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
That's a lot of micromanaging with the stories.
And they're part of the movie universe, too. So as these things escalate, as the Inhumans movie comes up and all of the next revs of the Avengers and all that stuff, we're going to start to see these characters on the big screen, too. Which is outrageous.
Yeah, but Supergirl is supposed to be a TV movie first, and then it's going to be episodes after that. I think that's how it's going to work.
Yeah, they probably have to prove it out.
Yeah. So I mean, speaking of plot holes, though.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Chappie?
Sure, yeah, Chappie's out today. I'm friends with Jeff Kanata on Facebook and
Twitter, yeah.
and in real life. But
Yeah, just on Facebook.
he posted on Facebook, Chappie is the dumbest movie I've ever seen, and I instantly had to come to its defense. But I think a lot of people are not going to like Chappie. Our review is up right now, I think, on EPN.
It is, yeah.
But I don't. Do I have a soft spot for Neil Blomkamp, or do I just like his crazy sci-fi aesthetic and the reach that the dude has for these new concepts? I had a good time.
I think you're just in love with the idea of the movie. Because the idea is actually really cool.
Yeah.
It's so freaking cool. And I was also in love with it.
Yeah.
But you can't have this amazing idea and then have the shit story around it.
I like the story, though. I like the story. I like the concept and the story and Chappie and the relationship between Chappie and the humans.
Maybe if, maybe if Sigourney Weaver and maybe, I just feel like those characters are completely wasted.
They are.
Thrown in the garbage.
Yeah.
And maybe if they had different actors doing those parts, I just expected so much more.
Well, I think this is the crux of the problem with indie imagination hitting the big leagues. And I think that there is cause for concern with Blomkamp taking over Alien and the studio getting too involved in what he's going to do.
Yep.
But I think there are so many vested interests in a movie like Chappie, and certainly with Elysium, because there's all of these properties and brands in the persona, in the people, that need to be appeased with the way these things all come together. And he didn't have to face any of that with District 9, just like Rian Johnson didn't have to face any of that with Looper, although JGL was...
movies.
Yeah, those are both incredible. Actually, no, he had Bruce Willis, too, and Emily Blunt. Yeah, he did an amazing job with that. But, with District 9, it was a once-in-a-lifetime kind of explosion of original ideas, and Chappie isn't that, but there's moments where it feels a little bit loosely constructed and indie and grimy and dangerous
there
like
are a lot
that.
of things that don't make any sense.
Lots of silly pseudoscience.
A lot of things that
I
don't make
think
any sense.
the idea of consciousness shifting is just such a ridiculous thing to wrap our brains around.
Well, especially consciousness shifting from robot to
Well,
robot.
that's what's going to happen, but we can't show that on screen.
Okay, it's fine. You know what? We don't need to get into the heavy plot holes.
But the reason why I love it is because right now DARPA is working on robot dogs that will react if you try to kick them over, and you'll have sympathy. They're working on...
I don't like that at all.
But honestly, this stuff is happening right now, and there are major scientists all over the world freaking out over the ramifications of AI, which we're on the precipice of saying, okay, go, and we're also like going to try to create big bangs and the Hadron Collider. A lot of this technology is stuff that's sort of really current and really there, and the idea of a robotic police force and then a robot cop that's sort of
fantastic idea.
Gets his own identity and becomes kind of a Pinocchio-like creation inside of this crazy urban...
I love that. It was a Pinocchio-like creation. That's true.
I loved all of that.
And
it wasn't perfect.
Abuse that I did not like at all.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect. There's lots of
wasn't.
things that I think people are going to have a hard time with, but I like the kineticism and the craziness of it. I was uncomfortable, which I also really liked. I
was uncomfortable too. I enjoyed it sometimes. I did enjoy the fact that Diane Wood was in the movie.
Yeah.
And I think they're great and strange, and people should know them just because they're so off. Like, they're so out there. But they were too much of the movie.
Yeah.
And their music was... I love their music, but their music was too much in the movie. And I just felt like it was one big... It was like a documentary of Diane. I felt like they really lived in the hut that they were living in. Like, it was all about them, and that was never explained. Like, why do they have shirts with their faces on them? Why do they that part was not explained at all.
Yeah, and they all have the real life tattoos that they have in the band. I don't know them, and I don't watch their videos, but I did like the zaniness of the performance, and I was actually very impressed. I don't know if people have seen this. Have I shown this off ever?
I don't know. Your Rocket and Reagan.
Yeah, this is. I saw these things on Boing Boing just as the team was coming up for the Rocket and Reagan Awards last year, and I said, I'm going to get everybody one of these, and this is an actual Rocket and Reagan cup mug thing. This is my mug.
This is my mug. I'm just with Saskatoon today, as per usual. I've got to bring... No, there can only be one Rockin' and Rig-Un mug at the office.
Yeah,
it's Vic, so
it's
I can't...
confusing.
Yeah.
Everybody's got one, but not everybody can use one.
No.
The other big...
Vic's rules.
The other big co-star in Chappie is Sony, because... They're obviously the studio behind it, but the PlayStation 4 has a big, prominent thing.
You can do a lot of stuff with a bunch of PS4 stacked up.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to. Okay, and Sony Vio computer. Anywhere there could be a Sony brand, a little Sony brand, kind of creeps in.
Those product placements, that just reminds me of House of Cards, which we should totally talk about as well. God. Because that's like Microsoft everything.
Sure.
Windows phones everywhere, and it made me miss my Windows phone.
On the App Store right now? Monument Valley, as seen on House of Cards.
Of course, and Monument Valley in House of Cards. Of course, you know, he's a huge gamer.
Right.
Which is a
well
big
established.
Part, yeah, which is a big part of the show, but... He
plays the Stanley Parable in the show, too.
And but he loves Monument Valley, and he becomes obsessed with a video game critic, almost. He wrote about Monument Valley, and then he brought him into the fold. I mean, I don't want to spoil too much of the plot, but you should be watching House of Cards if you're not. Unbelievable.
It's incredible, and they're so. And we're going to say this in the review. I don't know when it's airing, but they're so comfortable in the skins of these characters by now. There's no, and we are too. Like we know the nuances. We know what their intentions are with the flick of an eye. There's just incredibly gripping stuff, and it's small. It's intimate. There are no dragons. But I have that same creeping dread that I feel in Game of Thrones, that some really evil thing is about to unfold, even though we're in like policy discussions and meetings between the United Nations. Did you ever imagine
you'd be so intrigued or so interested in any kind of political drama the way you are with this?
No.
And it's just the way, like, there's a lot of politics happening, and you're just along for the ride for sure. But it's those moments away from the politics when you're just with Claire.
Yeah, and I love the artsy style they shoot this thing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's beautiful episodes unfold before your eyes in performance, production quality, and.
Production quality, oh god!
Yeah, and you don't expect to be so caught up, but you are. You know, it's really incredible.
And it's so I would never have imagined a relationship that could exist like their relationship.
Yeah.
I would never even think that could be a real thing, but they make me believe it.
Yeah.
That there really could be a power couple like this, and they feed off each other in that way, and there's no real heart or real like soul connection involved.
Yeah.
It's all business.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me.
Yeah.
And how strong Claire is. My God.
Well, it's clear that the characters have given up everything in their pursuit of this. Like the moral compass is completely...
Just the pursuit of power.
Yeah. And
not happiness like that other terrible movie.
I wonder what real politicians have to think and say about this program. You know, right? Like it must be a bit unnerving to watch it and to see how, because it's not just the Underwoods. It's almost every stripe of personality within the political sphere. It just seems, you know, ethically gray and totally devoid of, you know, empathy. It feels like, you know, like they feel like it's a weird thing to have family or marriage.
But the way they have to play to the public is like they have all those things, but none of those actually exist in their real life.
Incredible show.
So fantastic. Love our conversations around it. Love that I completely binged it all last weekend.
Well, and it also is, I think it's as important as The Sopranos was for HBO to the idea of, and there's a lot more of this coming out, not just from Netflix, but from every you know, Crackle and Amazon and everybody. But the quality bar is just right there, and this is a show that kind of highlights it. You know, you don't need to be coming through the traditional television spectrum to get to this kind of level of connection. Incredible.
Man, this is it.
So Scott's not here, as you can probably tell.
You didn't notice.
Because he was at GDC all week. I think he's en route back right now.
He is,
so we can hear about his trying on the VR helmets, because apparently that's all that happened at GDC was VR.
You know, I know for a fact he has a fantastic story.
Does he really?
Yeah. I've been CC'd on some emails.
I sent him a text and I said, how was GDC? How's GDC going?
Yeah.
And I included a picture of a guy with a VR helmet and 2 move wands.
I'm sure that made him really happy. favorite
Oh
part.
man, I can't wait to hear it. You know, I know that stuff's going to be cool. It's all coming. I can't wait to have it at home. We're never going to show me on TV in those damn things. I'm never going to be
You're never going to see him on TV doing it ever.
I'm not going to do it. We're probably going to do it with you.
Obviously.
All right, and Foobs.
Sure.
But probably Jones and I will never be on TV wearing VR devices and waving wands and stuff like that around.
But you'd be a lot cooler if you did.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we will, but we're wearing like mustache disguises.
Yeah, but why don't you just have like a VR that you just wear the VR headset? Like we don't see you without it on. So if it messes your hair, your hair is messed.
VR Boy, the co-host on EP.
Okay, I love that. So
all right,
like,
so it's VR Boy.
So just like on Top Gear with the Stig.
Yeah,
we're gonna have it's not Top Gear, it's EPN VR Boy or something. Let's come up with a cooler name.
Okay. And then we'll just say, "How's it going, VR Boy?" And they'll just say, "Whoa."
Yeah, okay, I like that. So we'll be holding auditions for that if you want to step up to the plate. Okay. Or it also might just be Blake.
Look at this.
But,
oh my God.
If you like that idea, we haven't taken any questions at all.
Yeah.
Or we don't know what's happening in the chat. What is happening, Blake? What?
And we have to thank Blake for the talking points, too, I just realized.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Blake.
Blake is the man, if you don't know.
You're welcome, Vic.
Yes.
He's the man with the voice, that fantastic voice, and also the hand. Did you show him the hand today?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, buddy.
I pinch your face. I pinch. Okay, Metal Gear Solid 5, we now know, comes out September 1st. There's going to be collector's editions and extra content.
I want to know how you guys feel about that. Like, should it have just been one game and not the two, like the episode coming out before the program?
I'm okay. I mean, they charge too much for Ground Zeroes, and I really had a fun time playing it. You know, you get through the end, and it's like, oh, okay, and then you can play it again and again and again.
But do you think playing Ground Zeroes put some people off, and they won't actually buy Phantom Pain? I
think that the fans like me were very appreciative of the new direction for the franchise because it feels totally different. You don't feel... I mean, it's a big deal that this is so open and you can kind of approach every objective in whatever order you want. Okay. And you still have the...
But it's like sandbox open. Like
yeah. I mean, it's open in terms of direction and freedom to roam.
Yeah.
But objective-wise, you can choose to, focus on whatever objective you want and stack it all up that way.
I do like that.
And it's terrifying that it is that open. I mean, it always was anyways. You never wanted to, have somebody discover you in one of those orange boxes. But now they can come at you from every goddamn direction, so it adds a whole new level of tension. And I honestly was really on the edge of my seat when I played through Ground Zero, so I'm excited to get a real game, to get the full thing.
Yeah, that game is tension.
Yeah.
That game is tension.
Absolutely. It always has been, but now it's going to be ratcheted up, with better graphics, and now it will be Kiefer Sutherland doing all the grunting and...
Okay.
And, ah!
I feel like we should make a timeline or have a timeline painted, like a mural on the wall of, like, Snake and his journey, like who is whose clone.
We tried to do that with Metal Gear Solid 4. We did the making of on the history and...
Yeah.
And I wrote it all, did all the research. I can't remember any of it. It was like going to school to learn all of the Metal Gear stuff. It's so intricate and so detailed. Blake actually could probably run it down. We sent Blake, when we did the making of Metal Gear Solid 4, he lived in Japan for a week.
I heard about this story. Yes.
He was the first Gaijin probably to beat the game in the world because he was sent from here to work on the thing.
Oh, can we see you? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Come on, roll on in.
I was the first person outside of the development team to play that game from beginning to end.
That's awesome.
Excluding testers.
But
testers are sort of part of the development team.
But
so.
Like the
and you didn't really know Metal Gear that well until that game, right?
No, I did. I had played Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3.
Oh, you did? Okay,
but, cool. I mean, when they came out.
Yeah.
But in preparation for that documentary, I made sure to play through all of them. So I played through Metal Gear 1 and 2, Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, and a lot of the other games.
We sent the right guy.
Yeah.
And you came back with an unbelievable appreciation for the franchise, and you were blown away by the game.
Yeah, I got off the jet in Japan, jet-lagged, got to my hotel, dropped off my gear, and... went to Konami in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Big building, and Ryan Payton, the producer, greeted me, brought me down into a little room And you can see these hallways in the documentary. They're like these long white hallways with no doors.
Very Matrix-like.
Wow.
Yeah, and locked me, basically put me in a little room with no windows, and I played through the game from beginning to end and recorded every minute of it. And that's the footage. If you watch our making of Metal Gear Solid 4 documentary, whenever you see the game being played, that's me playing it.
Amazing.
And that was me playing it in Japan.
What an awesome experience that was.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, yeah, I hadn't been working for you very long at that point, so it was kind of like, oh, this is
like
great.
An exciting adventure to Japan.
It's a pretty cool job.
Yeah.
Pretty cool thing to be able to do.
For all of us, though, because I mean, it was the biggest thing that we'd ever done in terms of scope and scale, and Konami and the Kojima team gave us all of their archive tapes that they had had for 15 years of being a business, including stuff that they had shot in their old facilities in the southern part of Japan, I think in Osaka, or something like that.
Wherever the earthquake was.
Yeah, the earthquake was. So they had footage of the office shaking and the destruction outside, and we ran all of that stuff in the making of, and we got a real sense of the effort, and the globe trotting and
the crazy that goes.
Yeah, I met Peter Singer, who now is at the time he's always been a fellow at the Brookings Institute, and he's so he is a commentator and an observer of the military sort of industry, the military industrial complex, and the DC politics around all of this stuff, and robotics and automated. All of this stuff feeds into my love of Chappie, by the way. But he was.
All comes back to Chappie.
But his whole sort of viewpoint was on automation and robotics in military. So we got to interview him about where we're going, because Kojima and his team always are trying to be a few steps forward of where the military actually is.
Wow.
So it was all really very well researched, and it was incredibly illuminating. And so we were in DC shooting that. We were in Los Angeles shooting all of the behind the scenes on the opening video sequences of Metal Gear Solid 4. It's unfortunate we're not doing the Metal Gear Solid 5 stuff. I did have some cursory discussions with producers there. At least I don't think we are. Nobody's confirmed that we are. But I also feel a little bit of a relief with it, because I don't know if we could reach that level quite as effectively again, because that almost killed us. I mean, we worked so damn hard on that.
Well, Ryan Payton told a nice story about that one.
Yeah.
One thing you can do, though, if you go to Best Buy and EB Games and whatever game store, you can still find the Metal Gear Solid 4 making of collector's edition with our documentary on it.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So I strongly encourage you to pick up a copy, because the documentary is very well.
It's amazing.
Made.
Yeah, we're very proud of it, and we worked our asses off for it. And Ryan Payton too. I mean, Ryan was our comrade in arms through all of that stuff, and he really. Because it was a lot of, we had to translate everything into Japanese,
Not
and we had
sleeping for days.
and we had to make sure everybody was happy. And they do not take anything seriously at Kojima Productions. They are not seriously.
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah, they do not take anything lightly there, and we had to really deliver something really top drawer. And also at the time, this was really sort of early days for the PlayStation 3. Blu-ray burning was a big deal. And so we had to schedule time at Sony in Japan to be able to because we produced the whole Blu-ray, all of the menus, everything, to sort of get into everything. And so we had to really work hard, fast, long to get it all together. Anyways, all of that dovetails into how excited I am personally to play Metal Gear 5.
Okay.
And I can't wait. I think they're going to make an awesome game for us.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure it'll be lovely.
Yeah. Other cool things, Wolfenstein the Old Blood announced, which is another big success story from Bethesda. They had an incredible game with the New Order. It was in our Rocket and Ray Gun Awards.
Yeah, there was a lot of love for that.
It's a great game. It's awesome. And now we're going to have the standalone prequel, which is a smart way to do this. You don't need to have the New Order. You can just get this thing and play sort of the lead up to what happened.
I love that.
Which is excellent.
Fantastic.
A great move, Bethesda. Shovel Knight's getting an expansion, and I know the Xbox One is going to have some Battletoads action, which will make some people out there very excited. This was a rare title, I think. Did you ever play Battletoads?
No.
Have you seen the meme of people calling game stores. Do you have Battletoads? Do you guys have Battletoads in? Hi, I'm looking for Battletoads. Have you ever seen that thing? I think it's all over YouTube. Yeah, I want to be Battletoads. I really like Battletoads. And they're just... they're just putting people through grief. But I think Battletoads is coming back. I think that's what the deal is leading up to. Trine 3 is announced, which is pretty damn rad.
Yeah, you know what, Vic? We haven't taken one question.
I'm going to work through this real quickly.
Okay, fine.
And the last thing on the notes here, there's two other things. Rock Band 4.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right, that old thing.
I think there's a latent level of excitement to have the experience of playing Rock Band again, meshed with much skepticism because we got burnout on the last Rock Band go-round and Guitar Hero go-round, right? Did you stop having fun when you played it?
Look, I didn't stop having fun. I just got sick of it. That's all. I don't, just like everyone else. It's just like this trend. I just feel like it's not time yet.
Yeah.
And I am sorry, guys at Harmonix. I love you.
Yeah.
I don't think it's time. I feel like we need to wait a little bit longer to actually get some nostalgia for it.
They got their work cut out for them at E3, don't they? They got to knock ourselves. I mean, it's going to be.
It's not going to be fun.
It's at PAX East right now, which we're not at because who schedules these things?
I'm amazed by the people that have gone to GDC and now are going to PAX East. That's amazing. I don't know how you're getting any sleep at all.
Yeah.
I hope you
it's going to be there, though. I think people are going to be seeing it and talking about it. So we'll see what happens there. But at E3 this year, I think they got their work cut out for them because they used to own this kind of rock stage at E3 for so many years.
Sure, and that's the thing, Vic, is that they make good games. Not like they're not good and they're not fun. It's just, even the Fantasia game, fun. It was really fun.
Yeah.
But nobody is really playing or talking about it, which is unfortunate. But they're good, quality games.
Well, we love them.
We do.
And I want it to be successful.
So do I.
For them. But I want me to have as much fun playing it as I did when I played Rock Band 2.
I also don't really want more plastic in my home, but maybe I do because I have this. Go ahead, Vic.
Just so you guys know, Jose is very excited for Rock Band 4.
Yeah,
yes, I know he is. I know he is. He loves all. He's awesome at the game too. He's always been excellent at. Is he in the chats right now?
He's just good at video games. Period.
Love you, Foobs.
What's up, Foobie? He was hanging out with Scott.
Yeah, and he was shooting for us at GDC. So you're going to be seeing some Foobar action in EP very soon. Some more.
I wonder if he saw Scott with the VR headset on.
I want photos. And the Expendables TV show.
Oh, God, that's hilarious.
It's in the works. I know that you were pitching that and so happy and so excited. You were talking to all the networks. Why don't you guys make an Expendables TV show? I'd love to watch that every week.
Writing all the letters.
Yeah. So who do they get? They get. If it's TV, they can't get all of these former AAA blockbuster hero
what's
type.
The point?
They'll get the AAA former TV, so like MacGyver and crap.
Oh,
is that what we're gonna get on TV? We're gonna get.
I would like to see that.
Like the guy that played Wise Guy. Who else should be on there? Well, everybody that wasn't Johnny Depp on 21 Jump Street is going to be in the Expendables TV show.
You could have Scott Bakula from Quantum Leap and Star Trek Enterprise.
We're making an awesome idea here. That's the way to do it.
You could have Tommy Tellerico, former
EP action star. Yeah.
No. Then the question, "Where's Tommy?" will always be answered.
Yeah, true.
And I don't want that to be the case. It should be Victor
TV
Lucas, really.
Well, I have a job.
No, yeah, you have a job. These people still have jobs.
Yes.
All the people that we saw in Expendables 3 still have jobs.
True.
They, we're just also kicking ass on screen.
I don't know if I want to be looped in with MacGyver and such.
Okay, fine. Well, you're right. You need to get like more facial injections and whatever the heck those guys were doing in Expendables 3.
More facial injections.
I said some.
Okay, all right.
Did I say some?
I think you said more.
I don't know, but I don't know how you're staying so young, Vic. Give me your secret.
These cheeks are all natural, baby. I didn't just create these things.
You do the lip injections.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I did. Okay, and I think that's it for our rundown.
Okay, so we can take questions.
Now Nintendo.
Oh no, not yet.
Nintendo sent us Mario Party 10.
Yeah, to go along with this.
Mario Party 10.
10, everybody.
Holy
Did you think there would be 10
crap.
of them? No, but I'm really excited. My first Mario Party experience was with the GameCube.
I think I liked like 1 or 2 of these games, so we'll see. We'll see.
I like Mario Party.
We'll see. Maybe the Amiibo makes this interesting, but I can't believe we're at Mario Party 10.
But it's the same. It gives you the same feeling as Mario Kart, though, because you feel like you're winning. Then all of a sudden, some asshole with the blue shell shoots it, and you're done. You're at the back of the pack. It's the same thing with Mario Party. You feel like you're on a roll.
Yeah.
And then Bowser comes along and just f's your shit up.
I'm looking forward to. Because my wife doesn't really play games with me.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Ruby growing up a little bit, and we play some of this stuff together a little bit.
Marcy could play Mario Party with you.
And it gets a little competitive. Did you, like, when you played Mario Party, would you and your boyfriend play?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
And
definitely.
you get into it?
Definitely get into it. Yeah, these are the games that couples play together.
Okay.
And these are what, I don't know, I just feel like couples that play together really do stay together. So I mean, you and Marcy are pretty much set in stone. But if you play video games, I mean,
it would be better, yeah.
The bond would just be
You hear that, Marcy?
I'm Marcy, play Mario Party. It's really a lot of fun. You guys can do it as a little fam jam. Instead of your Friday night movie nights, do you like Friday night Mario?
Game nights, yeah.
Mario Party 10. Sorry, Marcy, if you don't want to do this, I apologize. But
well,
it could be a lot of fun.
Any number of awesome games that we could play together. I like this idea. It doesn't have to be movie nights.
It doesn't have to be. Oh. Or do like Friday movie nights, Saturday game nights.
Okay.
Just something fun. And that's what the thing is. It's fun for the whole family.
I do have a toy break, too.
Oh, there's also a toy break. We have taken 0 questions still.
So I'll be quick. Okay. I posted this on Instagram yesterday.
Oh.
Look at how awesome these things are.
Look at his AT-AT.
Look at these things. This is the new Micro Fighter AT-AT and Snow Speeder. So I've been recreating the Battle of Hoth on my desk. I love these things because they take half an hour or less to put together. And they're fun. They're really well designed, and they're cheap. Yeah. And the Lego's expensive, so I'll show you guys.
There's a rapper in Toronto named Word Burglar.
Oh, yeah.
And he has a song called "Where's My AT-AT At?"
Look at how cool these things are.
And it's pretty freaking clever.
Right,
yeah, it's dark there. Okay.
Right.
So that was Toy Break, everybody.
That's Toy Break
well,
right
we
there.
had 2 because we had Amiibos. Amiibos and now.
I like Amiibo Friday.
Hey, do you guys
Nintendo.
remember? Do you guys remember Polly Pockets?
Yeah, guys. How many Polly Pockets did you have?
All right.
Anybody got a question?
Okay. I have some questions here, Victor, from the chat.
Okay.
What's up?
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Don't leave yet, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. You sort of touched on this in your GDC talk earlier.
Yep.
But somebody wants to know, what are your biggest reservations about VR?
My biggest
other than your hair getting
my hair, and I'm sorry I talk about it so much, but this
it's a big deal though.
I mean it's just it's like I really equate like the hair thing. It's like I wouldn't go to a party and put on hats and walk around. Hey, can I try on your hat? Can I try on your hat?
That everyone else has had on. Sure.
They'd be just all squished and floopy. No, my biggest reservation about VR is the navel-gazy quality of it, and the idea that the experience is so personal and so, closeted.
Yeah.
And we've worked so hard as a game industry and a community that loves video games to expose the medium to new people and to get people playing together. And I think when you invite somebody over to your house and you say, hey, you want to play VR games with me?
Well, that would never be a thing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to be fun to show off. Everybody that's into it, like Ben Silverman has loved it, and Steve has all talked about it.
It is really freaking cool.
But don't you want other people to experience it after?
Yeah, so it is like trying on people's hats, really, because you're going to give them your VR to try on and then have that experience in your home. And then it's cool. It's very cool because the first time you jump into something, it blows your mind.
Yeah.
But I'm just concerned about when the sparkle wears off. So it's really cool. We're doing this. We're in a world now, but maybe we should also go outside.
That's absolutely a concern I have too. Like, I already feel like there's enough screens in our life that take away the ability to disconnect and just be outside and enjoy fresh air and do things.
Yeah.
And so we're constantly surrounded with this stuff all the time, and now we're just going to put it inches from our face and be right there with it.
Yeah.
And really, like, the world is more amazing than the virtual world.
It's true.
And we need to hang on to that. But the other thing that that freaks me out about VR is there's other ways to approach it. like HoloLens, which actually looks really cool and exciting and less intrusive and more inclusive. And it feels like that's technology that's visor type technology that doesn't freak me out quite as much, because you can kind of share and showcase what you are experiencing through a monitor feed or whatever. And I don't think a VR monitor feed really does justice to it, you know?
Right.
You know, like if we showed on EP footage of people playing a VR game, it would look like any other game, except that the viewpoint would be a little bit more like this,
and a little bit, I get a little motion sickness as well. I mean, I didn't when I tried the Oculus on, which is fantastic, but now I just did an interview with the guy that made a virtual reality movie, and so people are going to have these solitary experiences when they go to the movie. Like, they have to put these goggles on to, like, be in the movie and look around, and you're a part of this world that's happening. But I don't know if I want that experience. I feel like I don't want that experience, and I don't know. I'm really scared about our future, if this is where we're going, if we're going to be all so introverted in these little
3D glasses are a pain in the ass. Now we're going to put a screen on a monitor on this big thing that has to strap all over, and like that just seems...
I know, and the 3D thing, I just feel like I thought it was a gimmick that was going to go away. And it just seems to still be here. So
I think I'll love it. I will sit down and I'll play a space simulator and go, oh my god! I think I'm gonna love that.
Oh my god, playing Elite Dangerous with this thing on, unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I'm also scared of what happens, because I get addicted to things.
Yeah.
So what happens if I'm the next whatever, I can jump into Skyrim. I love these fantasy worlds, right? And so I'm living in this, and I love my character, and I love everything about it. I will live in this world. I will not bathe.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's the same kind of generational kind of sort of distance that was a part of games just emerging to begin with, you know, because here was a generations of people that had been used to sedentary entertainment, passive, just sitting back and watching it, and all of a sudden Atari blips on, and it's a huge phenomenon, and you know, the younger crowd is really sort of gravitating towards it, and I wonder if there was this real aversion to spending so much time with. I mean, my mom was really accepting of it, and she encouraged me to sort of follow my passion around all this stuff. I mean, she saw me spending a fortune on all these gaming magazines, and I had my buddies over every week. She wanted to charge me for the electricity, though. She
of
course, was like,
yeah.
We are always playing games. You're going to start paying for the
electricity.
It might be the roots of the Electric Playground name. Anyways, I wonder if this... But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that VR is... Is it the future of games? Is it what the next level of games
VR headset
are?
Would you be investing in? Like, I'm not going to invest in every single kind. Like, I'm not going to do Sony and then Oculus and then Google's. Like, it's too much.
It's the VHS beta war again.
You're going to have a whole shelf filled with different goggles.
Totally. Good question.
Jose is in the chat as you know,
Sup, Jose?
He's very excited for 3D. Because he's tried it.
He's very excited for VR.
For VR, yes.
VR, yeah.
Foobs is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think what we should do is when Foobs tries VR, we should all go over to his house and laugh at him and point and point at him.
You know what, though? He'd be really entertaining to watch.
Yes, he would.
No matter what, because he would be, like, we'd guess.
He will also
be... What we should be doing. It's VR charades. We have to guess where he is and what he's doing. Just based off his reactions.
It will also always be porn with Foobs.
Well, that's the thing, too, and that's something that Ben Silverman brought up the last time I talked to him about it. Like, they're going to sell a lot of these things because of porn.
Yeah.
Which goes back to the whole perf thing that we were talking about in the beginning of this episode. Beard porn? I don't know, maybe. Could be a thing.
Any other questions, queries?
Somebody asked, what were you more disappointed by, Evolve or The Order? And the premise of that question might be a little flawed, because I don't think you were disappointed by Evolve.
No.
Were you?
No.
You weren't. Scott was.
Well, I was disappointed.
You were?
But I was a little disappointed with Evolve. I think it's a very cool game. I just think that there's just not enough game there, you know? And when you play... And this was really pointed out this week because Call of Duty, we're reviewing Havoc, and I'll just tell you, I freaking love it. It's really cool. When you look at Call of Duty Advanced Warfare against something like Evolve or even Titanfall, it's like unbelievable value in that core game. I mean, the single player is really fun in Call of Duty, and the the extras and the multiplayer, amazing. And then they have this whole zombie mode with zombies with exoskeletons and John Malkovich yelling, "I want to fucking kill this." I mean, it's just so fun and zany and
like
silly
Bill
and
Paxton's in my video game.
yeah, and Bill Paxton's awesome in the thing. So Evolve has some great personality, and it's fun, and the monster stuff is fun, and I like the weapons. I love being the robot and ripping everything, my head off, and doing the UAV stuff. But yeah, it wasn't the full meal deal.
Yeah, you felt you really should feel like you're a monster when you're a monster, and you don't.
Yeah, and you know what would be great is if they had the Order and Evolve as one game.
Okay,
you know?
that would be interesting.
There's a game, you know, but the Order also feels like less even. It's more of just a sketch of a game than Evolve.
That's really disappointing because both of these games were, I mean, hyped over the moon.
You finish the Order and you go, what?
Oh God.
That's it? It's so sad at the end. Like it's just so. It's just like this little trifle, you know. And then you see the credits. The credits are almost as long as the goddamn game. You're just sitting there watching the thing, going, "Oh my God, look at all these people! They killed themselves to make it." And it's that's it. That's your game. I felt like I walked around the block and shot some creatures for a second.
Did you like the music though?
I loved all of the production. The production was really beautiful in that game. I didn't like that they kept the widescreen 2:35:1 kind of perspective the whole time. It was like, why can't I watch the whole, like, see the whole thing in 16:9? I don't know if that was a frame rate or resolution issue that they had there, or
that's such a shame,
or an effect. But I was very disappointed with the Order. But I do want people to play it because it's not now. Wait till it goes way down in price. Wait till you can buy it used, because it's so beautiful. You know, and it really can speak to where games as a cinematic medium are going.
So then it could have been made into an animated show.
Yeah, but even then it's boring. Like the story is not good enough that it's a mistake.
Oh no!
That's
really disappointing.
It's a big letdown. The Evolve is nowhere near as disappointing as Order. No way. So it's also not as good as Titanfall. Though Titanfall
really, is so much fun.
And it stands the test of time, even though it was just multiplayer. Still super cool and fun to jump into that sucker.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I have a very interesting one here, although I'm sure you've probably addressed it at some point in the past. How did you come up with the name The Electric Playground?
You know what? That is a good question, and I probably have answered it at a panel or something like that. But I wanted a name that wasn't constraining to video games. I didn't want people that had an aversion to the phrase of video games. And part of it was in Canada we had this show called Video Arcade Top 10. And I was in my 20s when that show was on the air on YTV here, and it was a pretty big phenomenon. I think it lasted like 7 or 8 years, or maybe more. But I hated it. I hated
it. Was bad.
Nintendo was a sponsor of that show, just like they're a sponsor of ours. Thank you, Nintendo. Love you. But they were basically an infomercial for Nintendo and said anything that they wanted them to say. And and he just had a bunch of hosts that were like reading the back of the box, and there was no like information about how this stuff got made or who made it or why it's valuable in your life, or and it was just so small. And it was meant for kids, but it was just marketing, and I hated it. And I thought there has got to be a better way to talk about this medium and the other cool things that gamers are into that was more inclusive. And so I wrote down 100 names of different types of things. I can't remember any of the other ones, but the one that I kept circling back to was the Electric Playground. And I think
that's how you brainstorm, everyone.
Yeah, and I think the Electric Company and Electric Circus, I think.
That was a thing that was on Much Music.
Yeah, it was Much Music. They weren't influences, but what they did for me was they showed the permanence of electric. And I also saw that electric is like you introduce that term into something, and it's no pun intended, it amplifies it a little bit. It's a spark, right? So
I like it.
And we've had some criticism and some feedback. A lot of, especially when we broke into the U.S. On regular broadcast stations like WABC in New York and some of the local affiliates across the country. which skew, broadcast skews a little older and a little more female, and I think they were a little concerned that the Electric Playground was a little too...
Didn't jump at them?
Well, it was a little too youth-oriented.
Oh,
and
okay.
it sounded like it was a little too young sounding.
Oh.
So that was part of the roots and genesis of us talking about the show as EP Daily.
Mm-hmm.
We also did EP Daily because we were going daily in 2008. We wanted to be distinctive about the fact and tell everybody every day that this was on every day.
Right.
But I'm really proud of the Electric Playground as a brand. I really like it. And the other reason why I came up with that name too is that I've always dreamt of having a physical location. I've talked about this a little bit too, but I've always wanted there to be an actual electric playground that we could all go to work, and then other people could come and visit it.
That would be cool.
There kind of is in the office, but
for everyone.
Yeah, I'd like to open that up. So if anybody has millions of dollars,
yes,
and
would like to invest in this electric playground,
would like to have a physical location, probably in Vancouver, reach out.
Vancouver's a cool town.
Also, send us Amiibos on Fridays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, we just have a few minutes left.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of people are asking about the new time.
Oh, what did you say?
The new time.
The new time?
Because we started at 2 today.
Yes.
Oh, the new time. I'm sorry. I thought that was the name of a new movie.
Are people displeased with the new time? Is everybody okay with the new time?
I don't know.
Can we say the reason why?
Oh, man.
No?
It's very personal.
It is very personal, so maybe we won't. But it's an adorable thing, though.
It does give people, a chance to go out on Friday night, right?
Well,
if
sure,
it's not
yeah.
later.
I mean,
Yeah.
Us, you mean?
I mean the audience.
And the audience,
Yeah.
too.
it gives you a chance to have.
Well, I'll
if
tell
you're
you this.
in the East Coast.
Yeah, Scott would like us to be earlier.
Yeah, let's blame Scott.
Yeah, but even then earlier than 2, but we want to...
Yeah, he wants it to be like at noon.
Yeah, but I feel like people... I know it's tough. There's no perfect time, and we don't all
There is
live
no
together in a house. Sometimes I
No.
wish we were 20 and all doing this.
We don't.
That would
We're
be
not.
awesome. And
It would be
and then
fun.
we just roll out of bed,
I
like the
would-
kind of funny guys. I think they all live together,
They
right?
do, yeah. I
You
would
just turn it on.
Yeah, well, Greg and Colin and I live together for sure.
Yeah.
That would be fun, but I would kill you guys.
Yeah, no, and
And
so
you'd kill me.
there's a lot of things to balance, and one of them is my daughter has signed up for tap dancing, and
That is so sweet.
and if we started it at 3, it would be a little bit too late for
Dad
me to
would
make
miss
it in time. Yeah,
And
so
these are really important years.
that's part of it. It's not the only reason, but that's part
No,
of it.
but that is part of it. Yeah.
for sure.
Also, of course, everybody, if you do miss Vic's Basement Live, you can always watch it again on epn.tv.
Very good.
And our YouTube channel, which also
Oh, we're
has...
doing it on YouTube
Yeah,
now.
it's on YouTube.
Yeah, sign up for the YouTube channel, please. Subscribe to that.
Subscribe, yeah.
And
EPN, EP Network TV. Or no, the YouTube channel is EPN DOT TV.
Okay.
I'll link to it in the chat in a second.
Perfect. And the other thing, we have an announcement too. If you've been sticking with this for the whole show, and thank you for doing that, by the way. Starting Monday, I don't know what day it is on Monday. What's the date on Monday?
I don't know.
Monday is the 9th.
March 9th, 1 p.m. every day. We are streaming brand new episodes of EP Daily, and 1 to 3 to 4 to maybe 5 of us will be in the chat room.
Five is a stretch.
Well,
5 is a stretch.
I'm not going to, yeah.
3 is a stretch.
Won't
5
promise.
is a real stretch.
Promise at least one of us
Okay.
will be there every day in the chat for the airing of the episode on Twitch. So please come back and join us. And if you want to chat and ask us anything while we're watching,
about the stories, about
ream us out for
how,
review scores if you
sure,
want.
and ask us how it smelled in the studio at that moment.
Farty.
Super farty. Always super farty. No, but I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Cool. All right.
Oh, and then follow EP Daily on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because Blake's been taking some really great shots.
Yes, he has.
And like behind the scenes shots too, which I think are really cool.
Lots of history.
A lot of history,
which
yeah.
is awesome. Yeah.
You can find our Instagram at instagram.com/EPDaily.
Wow.
Yeah,
Are we going to have to create graphics to show all the things that we do now, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Mondays at 1, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. That means Vic's Basement is still at 2 p.m. next week.
Scott will be there every day.
Yeah. Scott will be there every day by his computer waiting for you.
No, Jose, you're in the chat. You're going to be there, okay, bud? Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. No, we'll be chatting with you guys.
Looking
forward to that. Looking forward to instant feedback on the shows. Yeah. And if you've got good ideas, we will steal them and put them into the show. We will listen to your feedback. Yes, we will.
And we're still going to look for that VR boy or girl.
Yeah.
That's going to be a thing.
How about VR boy and VR girl?
Okay, or how about like... Okay, no, you know what? We won't get into that.
VR dog.
Yeah, forget it. We're not hiring anyone. We're just going to get an animal in here.
Yoshi says, thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Peach says, thanks for watching, too. I don't know
Stitcher, thanks for watching. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Vic's Basement would like to thank its sponsors, EB Games, Nintendo, Xbox, and Gameloft.